So quarterfinals for this league that I definitely know the name of. Real quick, actually, we were first overall, which is very cool. The second place person is the person who gave us our one loss, and so it's a fairly standard matchup thing. I didn't get to choose my opponent. My opponent was chosen for me because first goes against 8th, second against 7th, etc. And so they also have a format where there's a bronze medal game. So if you make it to semis and lose, you can still try to get 3rd place, because after that, the 3 divisions for the league go to a 9-person tournament bracket where the people who got first get a bye. Random matchups between the people in 2nd and 3rd go up against each other. Then they play against those people that had the bye, and then those 3, they do a round robin between them, so each of them play 2 games of best of 5s. It's wild. So at minimum, we want to try and get to that because that's comedy, right? But we finished 7-1 with a plus 29 differential. Our strength of the schedule compared to everyone else is a little on the weaker side. It's on the lower half, but it's still pretty damn good. We just ended with tied with the best win streak, right? Because we took our loss earlier on. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, which is cool, right? So I'll take that. And so we're going up against Talen again. We played them in the 2nd week. I can actually show their team this way too. Why did I not do this before? We're gonna hope that shows up nicely in post. If not, sucks. So Rillaboom, Dragonite, Skeledirge, Politoed, the other form of Tornadus, Pincurchin, Galarian Slowbro, Golurk, Sylveon, Iron Hands, Golduck with Dragonite, Slowbro, and Golurk Terras. I predict that we're going to see the Golurk again with Terra Dark because Psy Spam is very, very strong into them. I don't know exactly what they're going to change up, but I feel like they're going to change up some things a little bit from what they brought last time. Like, I'm still expecting the Rillaboom and the Pincurchin. The Iron Hands is really good into me. The Golurk's good into me. The Slowbro is solid. I feel like maybe not the Skeledirge. I feel like I could see the Dragonite coming instead. So that's kind of what we're dealing with. So in terms of our team here, we're going with almost the exact same Tornadus. The only differences here are in the EV spread. We're going bold instead of timid, because last time I was outspeeding a max speed Jolly Rillaboom and they didn't end up bringing that, and it doesn't seem like they favor that much speed. So I'm going to outspeed in max speed Adamant Rillaboom this time at 138. Also, instead of Focus Sash, we're going to go Covert Cloak because we can afford a little more bulk with the Bolt. And like, I could see a Rillaboom fake out or an Iron Hands fake out causing me problems. So we're going with that. Bleak Wind Storm just for good damage, and if they bring the Politoed for some reason, we'll get them fully accurate, which is awesome. Tailwind, because of course you would. Protect, because of course you would. And then for the last move, up until a little bit ago, I was going Leer, but instead I'm going to go Icy Wind for a little more control, because I feel like I don't necessarily need the damage boost as much as I would like the speed control that this can offer me. One of our big damage boys this time, one of the change-ups from last time, because we're bringing 4 of the same 6 as last time. One of the 2 we're swapping out is Brute Bonnet for Basculegion. It's not roll-wise, I'm just going to shut up. So we're going with Choice Band, Adaptability, Terra Ghost, Basculegion, Max Attack Adamant. This thing is strong as hell. They don't have an Intimidator, so I don't need to run Clear Emmett, which is beautiful. We're going Flip Turn for some momentum, Aqua Jet to be able to potentially, pick things up in the face of, things that are faster than us for outside Tailwind or something, and then Wave Crash because everything that Last Respected doesn't want to hit into, Wave Crash will do what I need it to. And then at 113, there's something that I think, is there something that I outspeed? So I outspeed the Sylveon with no boosts at 113. If I go Positive Nature +1, if I go Positive Nature +1, if for some reason they decide to go Scarf Rillaboom, max speed Jolly, in Tailwind, I will outspeed this. So that's the reason for that, and then the rest just into bulk. We have Armorers. We're running this back. We're going with a different set. They really messed me up with Imprison last time, so I don't want to go Choiced. Terra Grass is still just the best option into them, honestly. At worst, it makes them have some mind games for moves they want to potentially click into me if I don't Terra, kind of deal. And lets me wall the Skeledirge entirely, basically. So that's why we're once again Flash Fire. We're Power Herb Meteor Beam. I have yet to bring this set officially. I brought it in a practice game before the season started against someone in the higher division, and I mollywopped him. And so I was like, you know what, this would be cool. They have a lot of rock weaknesses. Getting a +1 is really good. Psi Spam is very strong into them. Armor can destroy certain threats. Like, it's not overly good into a lot of their team, but into like Rillaboom, I destroy it, right? Terra Grass is good defensively, and then 133 lets me outspeed max speed Adamant Dragonite, and then with Meteor Beam, depending on their bulk, I might be able to OHKO. If I Helping Hand, I'm absolutely OHKOing. That's the theory there. In DD, we have fully supportive, no damaging moves. This is going to be wild. I did use Skill Swap last week in my week 8, so they might be expecting that, right? So we'll see. Maybe we'll catch them off guard or not. But where they have 2 terrain setters and I have 1, this lets me at the beginning of turns, if they switch out, if my DD goes first on something, then I can swap it around, right? So good option there. We're specifically going 29 in the speed IV because a minimum speed, not negative Rillaboom, so if they're just like adamant, no speed investment, hits 105 to be minimum. So I want to be just under it so that if we come in at the same time, I get my terrain. That's entirely the theory there. Otherwise, it's just max bulk. We want Follow Me to redirect. We want Protect to be able to survive some certain things. Helping Hand for damage boost. Skill Swap to be disruptive. We'll see if I regret that or not. Maybe having Dazzling Gleam would be better for chip and things like that. But we can do things like we can do it on the side, get some immunity that way. We can absolutely wall a Skeletor's if we skill swap over to like the Armor Rouge. Be cool if we got, although it wouldn't be great because of the second train we'd set, but we could get Prankster from ourselves if we wanted to then be able to skill swap again if they bring in something else to reset the train one more time, right, and get it at the beginning of the turn no matter what. So there's some potential fun there. We'll see what happens. Tinkaton, we're running this back with a different set. Last time we were an Assault Vest set. This time we are Citrus Berry, right? So we're going with Mold Breaker Fake Out again because if they bring the D-Knight, I can flinch it even if it's inner focus, right? Play Rough because Fairy type damage to them is amazing. We have Reflect because they have a lot of really threatening physical attackers that I'm more scared of than their special attackers generally. And Encore because we can do certain fun things like we can Encore, Fake Outers into Fake Out. We can Encore Setup to force that for multiple turns, right? So a lot of disruption here, and we're going with the ability to outspeed a max speed Jolly Rillaboom. Once again, we don't really have a hope to outspeed max speed Tornadus Therian, but I also kind of don't expect that to come because I don't know. I feel like it's not amazing into me. Actually, how is flying damage into me? Yeah, no, I'm good. I have more resistant weaknesses. We're good. And then once again, we're bringing kind of a fast bear. So instead of Arcanine, which like could be good, I'm kind of hoping to sort of catch them in prepping like Lumberries and Clear Amulets and stuff that end up kind of being useless for what I'm bringing. And so this bear, very defensive. I think we actually we can live a non-damage boosted Grassy Glide from a Rillaboom, which is really cool. Earthquake and Headlong Rush because Earthquake's spare damage, I love it, but if they have Grassy Terrain up, that damage gets cut in half, so we're going to go Headlong Rush instead, and then Protect because Protect is good. When I'm at double speed from a Tailwind, I outspeed max speed Jolly Rillaboom. That's a big baseline that I'm trying to hit. No Trick Room might screw me over if they really go hard on the Trick Room, but they have Galarian, Slowbro, and Pincurchin, so they beat me in a Trick Room mode, and I'm kind of hoping that they go for an anti-Trick Room setup where they themselves don't want to play in it, but they don't want me to play in it either, so I'm hoping to catch them off guard in that sense. So that's what I'm bringing. If we lose this, we're out, so let's just do our best, All right, so the change-up that they brought is they brought the Golduck this time, which makes me think that they're gonna go for Cloud9 strats. Let me pull up things that they can do. Hold on a sec. Golduck, you get Rain Dance, right? Yeah, so you get Rain Dance. Let's see. They do bring the Rillaboom, so it's only one terrain versus one terrain, which is cool. It's Terra Normal D-Knight. It is Terra Dark. Promote my own shit, my own video. Crazy. I'm looking up some shit. Iron Hands. Why do I feel you get Rain Dance? I don't know why. Yeah, so this is gonna be Terra Normal E-Speed. almost certainly, we're gonna look at my Torn into a Dragonite. Terra Normal E-Speed doesn't take me out, actually. Which is interesting. Also, it's funny if they say Trick Room versus Trick Room when I didn't bring Trick Room. Okay, so in terms of leads, if I do this, hold on, I want to look at my Armor Rouge, right? Armor Rouge, if I go Terrastalize, if they don't Terra, okay, so we'll see what happens with the Meteor Beam shit. Okay, we gotta figure out a lead here, though. I think leading Torn makes the most sense, and going for the Basque, I feel like Basky Legion is going to be key to this, for sure. They're almost certainly inner focus. Now, the question is, do I want to lead the Tink for my own fake out pressure to prevent them from doing something? Or do I want to lead the Basque and get like a U-turn off? Or a flip turn, rather. I kind of want to do that. I'll bring the Tink in the back, and I kind of want to go the Ursaluna route this time. I kind of like just kind of give them the terrain. Although that does make me really weak to the extreme speeds that come out. The problem is then I would be bringing 3 supportive pieces. I feel like if I bring in DD, I have to bring Armor Rouge or Ursaluna and not Tinkaton. Channel. Alright, so, geez, do I want the Tink this time? Because Tinkaton is really good if they go for the side spam stuff. So, they do have Terra Water, right? So it's legal Terra type, so 3 Terra Captains. Crazy. Fuck. Okay, I'm panicking. See, I feel like getting them to Terrain War initially is kind of funny. It is kind of funny, so I'm gonna go Bear. We'll see if I regret that. Grassy terrain, Posy Fleet. Oh! Okay. Grassy Seed is interesting. Rillaboom. Okay, you're not a Sulfest, you're Grassy Seed. Alright, so if I go +1 on your defenses. I go Terrastalize. If I go Slowbro Galar. I don't know, like 252, 252. Last respects, no boost. Terrastalize has a chance to knock out if they don't go for the Terra, which is pretty nuts. So let's see, if I go Terra Water on you, no matter what, my moves do half, right? So, and Grassy Glide will have priority. So if we go, hold on, let's go Rillaboom again. Rillaboom, your Grassy Seed once more. Let's see, I want to save that calc set. +1, actually, I'll save, seeded, save the calc set. If I Terra, they still could knock me out with Woodhammer. But if I go into my Tinky, they're doing like nothing, which is great. So I'm just going to go for the Tailwind. In case they go for the Glide, I will Terra. I don't have any other Terra Captain in the back, which is fine by me. And it's just a matter of, do I go for the flip turn? Do I go for the flip turn? Or do I just go for straight up a KO? I kind of want to go for the straight up KO. Yeah, so let's do this right. Tailwind, Terrastalize, Last Respects, and Samus. Fake out, Covert Cloak, baby. We get the Oko. Let's go. We love that. We love that. That's what we needed. All right. Big. Big turn 1. Playoffs, baby. So that doesn't tell me anything about their set, funnily enough. They could still be quick draw, because what are the other options? Regenerator, known tempo. It's probably not own tempo. Might be regenerator, but I'm kind of expecting quick draw. Although quick draw into psychic terrain is kind of bad, if we're being honest. All right, so we got the D Knight now. So we have D Knight. D Knight's almost certainly going to Terra. I could probably go for a fairly safe Protect and switch into Tinkaton, but is Protect the best option here? When I could go for some speed drop shenanigans just in case. Okay, let's look at this Rillaboom though. Let's look at my Tornadoes. Icy Wind does about 20%, whereas Bleak Wind Storm can do like up to 66%. If I look at Dragonite, you're probably KOing me with an E-Speed. E-Speed doesn't actually KO me. That's incredible. So I am going to Bleak Wind Storm, and I'm going to switch in Tinkaton. Yep, we tank that. Beautiful. We get a solid chunk on that Rillaboom. We lower the speed there. Woodhammer comes out and does about 42%. Beautiful. So let's see. Did we see an item pop on that? We did not. So the opposing Elliot took 18%. Right? So, oh, hold on. So if you're multi-scale... So it's not a whole lot of bulk. Oh, wait. Oh, hold on. If I do 0 bulk, 18% versus inner focus. This thing is multi-scale. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so this guy went for a Woodhammer. And a combination of the two into my Tink is going to definitely do some damage to me. But this is a pretty good chance for me to get up a Reflect. If I look at my Tinkaton, that extreme speed. So that extreme speed into Torn did 39%. Hold on. That could have been a low roll, but that thing's not banded. That thing is not banded. That's very, very good to know. And so I can see a Grassy Glide coming out here. We're going to... Oh, does Grassy Glide combination into my Tinkaton take me out? So that's 24%. Rillaboom, Assault Vest set, fine. Grassy Glide. No, I should live that. So I am going to go for the Bleak Wind Storm. We're going to go for Bleak Wind Storm, and I kind of want to Encore this because it's not banded, and it'll force it to continue going for something that it can't hit Basky Legion with, and if I get this knockout, then Basky Legion cannot be touched. No, so they do still go for it. So they double up into that slot. Interesting. It could be Scarfed, I suppose. We go Basky Legion, though. We go Basky Legion. 100%. This Rillaboom into Basky Legion. Terra'd. Grassy Glide, Grassy Terrain's not doing a lot to me. Flip Turn does not knock it out. If I go +1, but these effects are now +1, I absolutely take it out. But if Dragonite manages to KO this, which it can't, I'm kind of screwed because I am banded. Whereas Wave Crash has like a chance now. So we Last Respects into that slot. And then we go for a Reflect. Okay, they switch out and they go for the Gold Duck with Cloud9. Interesting. So they do Protect. Okay. Alright, so... this Rillaboom into my Tinkaton. +1 defenses. Play Rough is not doing anything to it. Golduck, what the hell do you do? Golduck has special moves, right? What status moves you got? You have Yawn. You have Haze. You have Ice Beam. You have Icy Wind. I could see those coming out. They're switching this out into Dragonite this turn because of the terrain about to be lost. Absolutely what's going to happen. So I can switch in my Ursaluna here. Right? I can switch in my Ursaluna. And then I would like... to just get damage on that slot. If Ursaluna goes down this turn, I'm not the most upset about it. But we're in a bit of a rough spot right now. The double into Torn was very, very good on their part. Yeah, so they go for that Protect. Pretty obvious. We do about 25%. And Tinkaton is taunted. That's fine. Alright, so we do about 25% to a Dragonite. Terra Normal, so we do 25%. Okay, no, I Terra. Okay, so it could have like a good amount of HP investment. Yeah. So if I look at my Ursaluna into a Golduck, you're a supportive Golduck. What move would you predictably have gone for on this? We'll check Ice Beam and we'll check Hydro Pump. So we'll say Ice Beam and Hydro Pump. I do live both. I might not live a double up, but that is kind of okay, in my opinion. I also could go for a Protect, scout out what the Dragonite is trying to do, but that doesn't really get me anywhere, in my opinion. And the Golduck could Protect. I'm going to just Facade into that slot. And I don't think I want my Bask to come out into this, and so I'm gonna attack into the Golduck. Simple Beam. Interesting. I flinch from Waterfall? That's tragic. Simple Beam is really cool. It's a good thing I have Facade. So we will Protect. And then this turn, I think I go for the swap. Yeah, we'll Protect and go for the swap, and then we'll have one more turn of Reflect Up. Simple Beam is cool, man. That's that's really solid, anti-Guts tech. So, thankfully, you don't have anything I want to hit with a not Facade. But something to keep in mind on. Also gets rid of my Prankster. It'll get rid of my Adaptability. That's really cool. That's really cool prep. I like that a lot. I keep looking over worrying that my recording's not going. Man, playoffs, keep pulling out the stops. So they didn't bring Hands or Golurk this time. They're bringing Golurk next game because they think I'm going to bring Seismic. Alright, so Bats comes in. I Protect. Muddy Water. Wow, you really are going for it, huh? Okay, so this thing might be Scarf. Interesting. We bring in the Tink here. We bring in the Tink. Let's look at this Dragonite. My Wave Crash. If I Terra, I'm doing about 40%. It's not a whole lot, unfortunately. Let's give this thing Waterfall. And let's look at my Ursaluna. Waterfall is doing about 30% with Reflect Up. So, are they Choice Scarf? So I think they're Choice Scarf. They are Choice, but they're not Banded. They're Choice Scarfed. cool. So on this turn, Muddy Water from a Golduck. Muddy Water did 23%. Okay. Wait, no, not Armarouge, Basky Legion, Terra. So it's probably just no investment. So if I then look at my Ursaluna, yeah, it's getting bopped. And I just protected. So I'm gonna go for that, and then into the Bass, into this thing. Flip turn can do a decent amount. But I also kind of just want to take it out. So this is risky, but I feel like it's actually not overly risky. So switch into tank, last respects. And then next turn I kind of have to switch out, but that's fine. Helping Hand boosted. Okay. We take that out. And then Ice Spinner, it's not... Okay, so it's absolutely not... It's not choiced then, which is really, really cool. I'm gonna fake out into the Rillaboom. Actually, wait, hold on. Speed tiers. How did the speed tiers go? I went first? That's a slow-ass Bask. Okay. I could see a fake out combo into this guy. Like, I could see a fake out come out from this Rillaboom. And I have the faster fake out, so I'm going to fake out and I'm going to switch to Ursaluna. If Ursaluna goes down, that's kind of okay. If any, that might be preferable. Might be. No, I think I don't want it to go down because it forces them to pay attention to it and put a hit into it. So I'm kind of hoping it's like, I don't know. Yeah, this D-Knight is interesting into my Bask though. Like Waterfall, Ice Spinner. Like basically they need to have Outrage in order to do anything to it. So I get the faster fake out. They flinch as well. Waterfall into my boy. Okay, so that happens. We get another Reflect up here. Then, okay, this Rillaboom. Assault Vest set. Ursaluna. Grassy Glide. Okay, let's see. If you go 2-5-2, I kind of want to risk the not hit. I kind of want to risk it. I'm going to risk it. Okay, I call that. Nice. We live, don't flinch. There it is. That's the rub, huh? That's unfortunate, boys. So we saw Grassy Glide and Woodhammer and fake out and protect. Okay, so they just protected. If they don't glide... I could encore them. They also just went for Waterfall. I could force them into that. Does that really help me? I mean, my tank survives really well because of it. Let's look at my Tinkaton again for play rough into this Rillaboom potentially. Kind of two-shotting, which has been unfortunate. So we're going to try encore Elliot here. So I feel like a Grassy Glide here is like super obvious. Although if a Protect is coming through, I could see them doubling up here. So I will try to encore Fleetwood into Protect, and then I'll protect my Ursaluna itself. E-Speed. Hey, there we go. So we get it locked into Protect. So we know it has to protect this turn, which is awesome. We also know we're faster than this. So I'm going to go for Encore into this guy as well, because if they go for E-Speed again, they might knock out my bear, maybe. If they don't, I lock them into that anyway, and then they can't touch Bask. And then I can just Facade into this. Encore again. Extreme speed. We live. Facade goes through, we KO. Amazing. I think we take this opportunity to switch into Basque. And then we Facade, and then we might win this turn. No, they got the double. Okay. Which is fine. So we last respects. And then we Facade, because either one of these moves is going to KO it. Tinkaton carrying that match. I was doing all of the shit. That was crazy. No, you know what? No, that's toxic. I'm not going to preemptively, like, throw a GR up there. Double hitting into this, like, no matter what, like, both of these kill. Both of these kill. Oh my lord, that was... Tinkaton had to pull through. I am so glad I brought Encore. Yeah, there we go. Good round. We go up a game. It's game 2 now. Alright. They throw out the GR. Good for them. Come on, click I'm ready. There it goes. Okay, and then once again, GLHF. So, things we learned. Slow as shit Dragonite, not choiced. Multi-scale. We know all 4 moves. We know all 4 moves. We know nothing about the set. And they didn't bring Iron Hand. Iron Hands would be really good into what I just brought. So I have a feeling that they're going to go for some kind of TR mode. So I kind of want to go for just like immediate Indeedee Armor Rouge shenanigans fun time. And Meteor Beam something. Basque Legion went crazy, and Tinkaton went nuts as well. And Tinkaton is really good into like everything they have, so I kind of want to bring it again. And I was kind of okay without the speed control in the end. But in the beginning, the speed control was very, very nice. Oh, excuse me. And so last game, I led off with Basque Legion, right? I led off Basque Legion, Torn. Tornado's Basque Legion. Yes. So I led these two. I kind of want to lead Tinkaton, Torn, and bring Armor Rouge and Indeedee in the back. Kind of? That's hard to say. Because into a Terra Dart Golurk, Armor Rouge is kind of not it. It's kind of not into a lot of their team, honestly. I kind of don't want to go that mode again. I kind of want to go to the same 4 I just did. I also could lead with the Helping Hand. Like, I could go for the fault, like the Indeedee Trick Room. The Indeedee mode at the beginning. Also, they're slower than me, so they would get their terrain first. I could go for... Indeedee in the back, but do I leave behind Basque Legion or do I leave behind Ursaluna? I think I leave behind Ursaluna. The Basque Legion went stupid. Well, but then they'd expect that, right? And I was having trouble with Dragonite. And if I'm bringing the Indeedee and I can control the terrain, then I don't have to worry about the E-speeds as much. So I could bring Torn, Indeedee, Tinkaton, Ursaluna. Because Expanding Force is good, Meteor Beam is great. Armor Cannon could be good as well. But overall, it's not, I feel like... But then, okay, but the question is Iron Hands. How do I deal with Iron Hands? The answer has to be Ursaluna, right? And I think if we want to be Iron Hands with Ursaluna, I need to bring either like Indeedee or Basque helps wall. Indeedee redirects, gets Helping Hands. I lead Torn. Absolutely, I lead Torn. And they know that I'm Covert Cloak now, so they're not going to fake out that slot. They could go for a lot of damage into it, but they're not going to fake out the slot. I could go Big Bear in this front. Because if they punish this lead... They can punish this lead with Golurk, right? They punish this lead with Golurk as well, though. Golurk is coming out in front. I've decided this. And if Golurk's out on front, I kind of want Basky Legion to be able to flip turn. So I'm gonna go Golurk. So I'm gonna go Torn Bask again. The Tinkaton really is strong into them, and if they bring the Golurk, they go for the Terra. Strong damage into it. Reflect is really good for mitigating all that damage. Am I running back the same 4 again? I might. I think I am. You know what? We're doing it. Okay. So they go for... Interesting. Okay. So they go for the Golduck this time. So it's not Quark Drive. Basically, do I have a reason? So, okay, if I look at my Tornadus into Iron Hands, let's say Assault Vest, Wild Charge has a chance to KO. And if they're max attack, they have like a 50% chance to OHKO. If they go for Helping Hand, they absolutely do. And once again, these support moves are Taunt, Simple Beam, Muddy Water, Helping Hand. I could see them going for like, they could Swords Dance. They're gonna side Simple Beam, Swords Dance on this turn. That's absolutely what they're about to do to me. They're absolutely gonna go for side Swords Dance. Side Simple Beam and Swords Dance. That's absolutely, whether they do it this turn or not, they're absolutely going for that as part of their strategy. And so I'm going to... lowering speeds. Icy Wind to break focus ashes, Tailwind, general. So like, okay, so hold on. Iron Hands at 1. Iron Hands. If Iron Hands are at minus. Okay, no, I'll outspeed it if I go to -1. I'll break some focus ashes. This is probably actually Mental Herb. What is my more accurate move? It's going to be this. I'm going for Flip Turn actually, so I don't need to do that. Do I kind of just want to go for double damage? I kind of want to just go for double damage, so we're going to go for Bleak Wind Storm, and we're going to Flip Turn. I miss Wadsworth, that's annoying. So we bring it down pretty dang low. And let's go Tinkaton, because that has to make them respect the Encore. Yep, did we get simple? The SD. Right? So, this turn's a pretty free Tailwind Encore. Unless Play Rough has a chance to KO, but if they're bulky, which they probably are if they're going to +4 attack. So we're going to Tailwind, and we'll just Encore that slot. Yeah, it's the miss into gold that kind of sucks, but it's the Iron Hands that really needed it. Yeah, so we Tailwind, we Encore. They taunt me, whatever. All right, you're stuck doing that now. We Bleak Wind Storm, and we're gonna Play Rough into that slot. So we shut that down very, very effectively. I almost brought Taunt instead of Icy Wind, and like maybe that would have been better overall, but thankfully, Encore. Even if I lose this game at this point, which, like, knock on wood, it doesn't happen, I feel like Tinkaton might have earned the thumbnail. Because they're just the game master here. Yeah. And I almost didn't bring Flip Turn. Flip Turn has saved me here. Also, I don't like that this chat is not auto-scrolling nicely. So I'm just going for tons of damage this turn. Yeah, so like, I feel like that Iron Hands kind of has to switch out, unless they just want to let me get the KO on and call it useless. It's a cool ass strat. Really glad that I clocked it before I made my first move, though. I don't even remember how I figured that out in my brain. My brain did overtime in that moment. Okay, so they bring the Golurk. 75 down. We hit both of them. Nice. We lower that speed. That's kind of whatever. Taunt comes through. All right, let's look at Golurk. So that did 25%. So they have some bulk. If I go 252. So they're pretty, yeah, they're pretty damn bulky. If they go dark, I bop them if they Terra. Let's look at my Torn. Torn did 31%. Yeah, so I just do the same move again. Oh, I get the attack drop, which is nice. I take out that. Awesome. Citrus Berry, okay. Muddy Water comes through. We get a knack drop on Tank, which sucks, but, you know, it's whatever. I think I have one more turn of Taunt left on... Is it one more turn left on Tank? Yes. Alright, so... Because I can't protect this turn... That actually... And I kind of want... to be able to set up my Tailwind again. I'm going to switch into Basky Legion, and then I'm going to just play rough into the Dragonite. Terra Normal, Elving Hand. I miss my play rough. I'm missing a lot this game, unfortunately. And then Ice Spinner comes out. Okay. You know, which is fair. I don't think I have a reason to Terra right now, honestly. I want to go for the flip turn in Walsworth, and we know that they have the Iron Hands in the back, right? And so now I am still faster, so I can get my Reflect up this turn, which is very nice. I also could force them to be Helping Hand only, but I kind of like the idea of getting my Reflect up a bit more. Reflect will also help us live another, like, you know, basically another one of those. And we don't care about the accuracy on that. We might be sacking here, though. We might be sacking Ursaluna. Because... hold on, no, I can calc this. Torn, Dragonite... You're not Choice Scarf. Let's call you Assault Vest, I guess. I don't know if I've hit you on the special side. Yep. Let's see, your normal Terra. Helping Hand, Reflect, Ice Spinner, Waterfall. Outrage is the only thing that can KO me right now. I even live a Helping Handed boosted Ice Spinner if I make this play, which is cool, which is very, very cool. And I have Ursaluna in the back, so the Iron Hands is really not a problem in the slightest. It's basically, can I deal with this Dragonite? If I can deal with the Dragonite, I win the game. That's where my thought process is at right now. They're thinking. I respect it. I respect it. I'm not going to rush them. I take my time with calcs. Stream speed into me. All right, I get the Reflect off. Ooh, a big 60%? Really? Maybe. Oh, you're not multi-skill. Oh, wait. Yeah, so I guess you are inner focus. Okay, wait, hold on. Yeah. If you taunted into this slot, you're a G. Nah. It's unfortunate for you there. Yeah, so we go for the Tailwind. Uh, 67% accuracy is annoying. Tink has kind of done its job, though. We're gonna go for Play Rough. We'll go for it into Elliot. All right. Oh, we get the attack drop. Beautiful. Ice Spinner comes through. Okay. We're clicking inaccuracy the video game. Right here. Wait, hold on. Is this my best play? I think I still go for the Bleak Wind Storm, but I'm gonna try and get Persona in instead. Once comes in, okay, they reset the attack drop. Okay, they fake me out. Nothing happens. Beautiful. And then that guy goes down low. Okay, cool. We just go for big ol' fast Earthquake. There we go, yeah. So they tried to fake out the tank. Works out really well for me. Switching out the Dragonite as well, not having more damage hit onto us. We missed one side, that's fine. Because we take this out with an Earthquake. There we go. Now it's 4 against 1. Dragonite versus the world. I like how they're saying scary misses when I'm up 4-1. Scary misses. But I'm out here. Alright, we Bleak Wind Storm, we Facade. Crazy. Oh my lord. I missed Bleak Wind. Oh, the pinnacle. I missed so many moves. That was crazy. Yeah, dude, yeah, Torn said one more for the road. Wild that we had like that many misses and everything. That's crazy. Good game, Talen. Your prep was really cool. Like the Golduck being Cloud9 is really interesting as anti-weather strats. Like that was super cool. The giving Iron Hands an ability, and then going Swords Dance to Pro. And I imagine you were bulky. I'm gonna do over you, dog. I'm gonna try and win this whole thing. Given an ability, go for a Swords Dance. That's really cool. I bet you were Clear Amulet. I bet you were Clear Amulet or Lumberry. You were one of the two. That's my guess. To deal with like a burn from. You were probably Lumberry. If I had to guess. No, I don't know. I'm curious which one you were. You could have been either. Rillaboom being Grassy Seed is really cool. Like there's probably certain things that you live as a result of having that defense boost. That's really cool. So I like that. No idea what your slow drop was. I killed him the first turn, which was a roll, by the way. If you were max bold, it was a roll. So I'm happy I got it. Man, that was a wild showing by Tinkaton though. Just like, you know, encoring things and fake outing things and setting up reflect and doing damage, just like and surviving. Oh my lord, it was so good. It was so good. And the Basky Legion too, being in the right spots at the right times. Really cool stuff. I didn't necessarily intend for this to be a game of like no terrain war and no size spam. It worked out really well as a bait, and if I hadn't won game 1, I would have gone size spam game 2, like change up the mode. Probably even like knowing what would change up if you brought the Golurk in the second game no matter what. And I called it in the first game. I knew they were bringing Golurk no matter what in the second game because, you know, going into second game, whether you win or lost, like just changing up the strat can be really solid. And I did kind of change up my strat here, right? I just went like, you know, it was the same mons, but I went different kind of order and stuff like that. Anyway, I'm rambling. So as far as I know, I think I know who my next opponent is already. Yeah, the other semifinal on my, like the other quarterfinal on my side of the bracket has already happened. So we're going up against Overlord Jace, who I believe we also played before. Let me check the schedule real quick. I want to say I played them early. Yeah, we played them week 3. We also won that game. And they have a scary team as well. They had a pretty cool quarterfinal set. I watched that one. Where else? so that was dope to watch, and so I look forward to playing them as well. You put up a good fight, Talen. I appreciate I appreciate a battle that isn't just one-sided either way. Even though it was a 2-0, and in that second game I did end up in like a dominant position. I had to work for it. I had to find the right order and stuff. And so, yeah, no, like that was just fun mons, man. Jeez, like and subscribe if you enjoyed that one. Like and subscribe if you didn't. Leave a comment if you were neutral, or you liked it, or you didn't. Just like do all the YouTube things, please. I'd appreciate it. I want to do some Reg H stuff. I want to do maybe some Unite stuff. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Might branch out other games too. Like if Risk of Rain never gets fixed. I was planning on doing some Risk of Rain stuff, but like it's so broken, I'm not going to anymore. I'm rambling at this point. So yeah, we survived another week, and now we have a bit of a buffer. If we lose in the semifinals, we have a chance to do one better and get third place. Right. So hopefully that's not the case though. I would love to win the whole thing, and I'm gonna do my best to do it. That's gonna be all for me. Thanks a ton. Peace out. Tinkaton. Love that thing.